Not today at the place. I'm gonna go later when I play. I just quit because I felt like whooping on somebody real quick. So I'm gonna do this for my YouTube people. It'll be a good game, but this Bulls team, you know I whoop him every time when he pick this team. So he gonna try to play good right now. You already know. But who I'm playing? See, I make my dude dove off. Now he don't think he good just because he better not do that shit again. See, I wasn't really out talking to you. You fucked me over all that way. And now he's trying to go for two of them.
Let's go for two here, he says. Hurts will throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the two, they don't get it. If we had a dollar for every time we heard a team talk about a
split, I'm not doing ugly. Just because he tried to get down there. But he got the ball first. So he's supposed to score. First, you just seen her do some squeaky shit. He gotta show me something else. I'm not good. They don't know they're playing the best with their play. They don't know that.
Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin is James Cook. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe three.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but from both sides, they had to walk away with that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now third down and 7. To throw, it's Allen. His first throw of the game going to be intercepted.
How the fuck he...
Breaks through the contact.
Give me that shit back. Hey, this ain't looking good. He did some bullshit. Hey, y'all, you see this? I'm Buffalo. I'm gonna have to get with him now. He's playing with me.
Devontae Smith on the receiving end from Jalen Hurts. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores.
You know how much I like to read about teams, right? The teams of yesteryear. There were some teams that were known as the 20-minute teams. Well, obviously in a 60-minute game, that's 60-plus points. But 2 touchdowns in the first 2 minutes? My calculator doesn't operate that well.
And now on the other side, they better wake up. They haven't gotten off the bus yet. And falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good. And as he approaches to kick it off, he might be thinking this could be a 14-0 lead with a couple of PATs as he sends his one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Ready to go for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Now 2nd and 9. Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook. He's got one past the 30, and all the way up to the 37-yard line. 14 yards, and the Bills are getting a new set of downs.
You can almost hear the salary leave coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. To the air, Allen. He's got his man. That's the rookie from Florida State. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. And they let their fullback try to push the ball. And he's going to have the Bills first down, comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and 8. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Up the middle to Davis. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Brought down that time by Nolan Smith.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
From midfield, here's Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Nothing the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Working in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles 36. Johnson. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. Here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to run.
On again, this is a fullback. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body, getting to him before he can get started.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Throwing down is Allen. This one complete to Coleman. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one. It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
No doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays and send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
There you go, partner. That's an old school football right there. You need 1 yard, give it to your bruiser or fullback and let him get the job done.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Cook up the gut. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. Here's Allen. The quick slant caught. Touchdown Bills. Amari Cooper. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills are back within a score. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have. He absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just a second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. They do get a couple, but they'll be standing at 3rd and 8 coming out. Throwing is Hurts.
And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not thrown perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Here's Hurts to throw. Pass taken in. It's been tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on them.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance to stop passing now the way that it's going. I think we're going to continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp, and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions to get it going.
Oh, what the fuck kind of ball was that? This year. What was that? That was garbage. That was garbage. Dude, that was garbage.
The mistake there by the offense, Charles, they tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick 6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tagged as one of the best in the league the prior season.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met it as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. Allen now looks to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
throw once more. He's got his running back out in the backfield. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 45-yard line. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. First down, and they're going to throw without him. He'll hand this one toward Coleman. And Allen going to be intercepted for the third time. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with back. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. A nightmare in the first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't have anyone that's that points in the league without developing some major mental toughness. I expect him to go around at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Hurts. And he's going to be incomplete as he's running up with too much.
Hey, man, what you got going? Nah, I'm inside.
Second down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll throw down on the final play.
Right.
First mistake for him in the ball game as it's
Oh, you just now leaving it?
So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They had a real worst here in this first half, but they slowed down just a bit by the interception.
Oh, okay.
And there's a chance that's a wake-up call for him, because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Right.
A final shot before half for Allen. Incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles O'Boy return after the break.
Right. Oh, that's where you headed now?
Alongside Charles Davis operating gun, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Right.
Trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports.
Right.
And we will not see a return to start the half.
Yeah, I was sitting here playing football, getting beat real quick, but I'm about to come back on them right about now.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already.
Right.
They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Yeah, man.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And able to stay on his feet past the 30.
Okay.
33-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Okay.
I know you play this call. They're always hoping it's going to break big, can go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that,
See, you did
do
good.
so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground.
You
Or
can quit
decide to throw
again.
the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Okay.
It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out. Give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told me, if you don't take care of this football, you'll have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it and pick up first downs.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. Allen going to throw.
Oh. All right, let's get back to it. This pussy foot. Now, guys, I'm gonna give it to him raw this time. I'm gonna hit him with tempo. You know what I'm saying? Hit him like this. Nobody can see that. I'm gonna have a slide like this. Yeah, no, it's still online. So, what I need to do, see if we can keep them from quitting. We just want to get down and boogie. All we want to do is boogie on it.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida.
We gotta come hit them. We're gonna break them down. Get him.
Two teams that came into the NFL together back in 1976. The Seahawks and Bucks are underway. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Uh-oh, here we go. Here we go with this bullshit again. Here we go with this bullshit again. This is, I'm about to say, this is what I'm talking about. Keep whooping on him.
They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Oregon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark it down at the 39. They'll take that 14 yards on play number one. CD, always more eyes on these night games, and they started it off nicely there on that run.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. Don't think for a second these players don't know and understand that. They want to impress their peers across the league. They also want to win the ball game. That's the way to get things going.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Mayfield to throw it. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 44-yard line. Well, first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receiver will get involved as this game goes on.
Mayfield's throw complete to Hutton. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up second down. Baker going to give it to Irving. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. On 1st and 10, here's Irving. And get him to the ground at the 20, following a pickup of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
To throw, Mayfield. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the end. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
A lot of precision being shown on this
Knocking on the door.
They've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's good running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They're going to run this with a tight end. They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
Todd Bowles leaving his offense on the field. They're going to go for 2 here. Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Kobe Bryant.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass. Picked it off. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Gino. This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. He's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And it goes down. Logan fighting through and dropping him for the sack. That time, it looked like he essentially just ran right into the pass rush.
Yeah, partner, I'm not much of an outdoorsman, but the fish jumped right into the net, didn't it? Because you've got to make sure that you're deep enough that you can get around the defensive end and have an angle there. But he couldn't do it because he actually cut that one off. Really nice play coming off the edge.
6-0 our score after 1. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds. And a loose football. And the defense says they have it. They do. One play into the ball game, an early turnover. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you get defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Gino now to throw. That is taken in by the tight end fan. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant, 36 yards. And the Seahawks strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Myers connects on the PAT. And they take the lead here at 7-6.
Shit ain't gonna work no more. Tell you that right now.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
Right now. He's coming out.
We'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up. Then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on 1st and 10. A run up the middle with Irvin. And he'll be brought down just shy of 45. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired up the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Straight ahead, it's Irvin. 58 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 4. Mayfield now. It's a screen pass. That's complete. Evades the tackler, and there's some space. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 25-yard line. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down. They defer to White out of the shotgun. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
2nd down and 3. Throwing, Mayfield. That is caught at the 7. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Mike Evans. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs are able to move back in front. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they have no answer for that right there.
They're going to try and run. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the three-point shot. People were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And now there's still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game. You figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2 for 1 without ever even giving up the football. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Give it to me.
They'll fire one downfield for Fant. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds.
You better do something. Better do something, brother.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone since the field judge is incomplete.
We know a lot of receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their feet down inbounds. But a lot of the times when we don't talk about is when they're up in the air and they catch the ball. You ever notice how they're reaching back with their feet, not just straight down, but back, because they're trying to create enough distance to make sure their feet are in bounds. They weren't able to get it done on that one, though.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Smith throwing again. And it's caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. Pharaoh Brown, as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they will play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Dancing to his left. Been able to get it up past the 45.
Well, here's your first example how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect it with his legs for that first down pickup.
Steps away to his left. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half.
The one must be wrong. That motherfucker's kick is
They
funny.
run it out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the
Fucking
40-yard
right up for
line.
that. I'm going to fuck him up for everything now.
Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Throwing now is Gino. And that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. But he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space. Couldn't uncover at the end of the route. And that one winds up incomplete.
Left side here, taken in by Metcalf. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Now it's Smith. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Now Gino on first down. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down. A little tough on the secondary there. In zone defensively. Quarterback had time to survey and find a spot.
And if you want to change things up and put a little more pressure on him, you can go to man coverage. Everyone matches up and send more pressure. But you can also do it out of zone coverage if you're worried about what's going to happen on your back end. Send someone else. Drop someone else out of the line. The old zone blitz could come into play to try and get that pressure on the quarterback.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll send the tight end in motion. Again, Smith. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. That's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for Buccaneer TD. So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this third quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play. Doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where he just shouldn't have thrown the football. And ultimately, could wind up costing him the ball game.
Following the interception, Mayfield, and unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going, give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, sometimes I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
To throw with Smith. Escaping the pressure.
Got him. Get up out of here.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they're going to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. Catches Metcalf. Now he's loose at the 40. DK Metcalf. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 97 yards. And the Seahawks are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Myers connects on the PAT, and that will put them on top here in the third. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. On the ground, it's Irving to start the drive. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Now Mayfield. Looking for Godwin, and he's got it complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Mayfield. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards there, the Buccaneer first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller said that the screen pass was available. Whenever you get a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon.
They ain't playing this shit. This some fucking weird shit. This, that is weirder than weird. That ain't one shit.
The one that the opposition had earlier in this ball game.
You're right about that, partner, because each side came up with plays to swing the
Commentator don't know what the fuck he talking about.
Either team to come through with a win, though. Can someone else make a similar play?
No, they just gave me some more extra
now
shit.
Myers for the extra point.
It's alright.
And with that, the lead is up to 8. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score of the final play of the third quarter. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. On the handoff, this is Irving. Well, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. The strong safety position they're making the tackle, and oftentimes we call that hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop. They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. And he's got this down to the 35. That's good for a Buccaneer first to pick up 12 yards. Here's a handoff to Irving. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Oh, he takes a shot at the end of that play. They show run with three tight ends here on first down. Here's Mayfield. That's caught by Durham. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll make it second down. Mayfield wants to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
A first down throw from Mayfield.
Man.
It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked up by Reek Woolen.
Nah, man. That shit fucked up. That shit did some weird ass shit.
He will take this one home. It's a
Dude didn't even
touchdown.
jumping over the ball. Oh, some goofy shit. Oh, yeah, that
The
shit.
extra point now coming from Myers. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Down Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Here's Baker. Forced out to his left. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly a must. It's 1st and 10. Being chased out left. Now Mayfield lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will take over at the
That is some goofy shit.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores. Pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Smith going to throw it. Left side here, that's the tight end fan. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That 1st down going to be enough to write a finish to this one. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Here's Walker. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Walker will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Buying time to his left, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Geno Smith taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. They'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive. No, they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
They took control.
But something much more sinister began that day in January 1984. Something that would lead to his early death 24 years later. When he burnt his hair at the Pepsi commercial, he started using painkillers then. He split himself from the stage and broke his leg. He also cracked a vertebrae in his back, and those things have caused him terrible pain. I never saw Michael take you out aspirin when he was with me. I was absolutely horrified when I found out the circumstances of his death, which became clear in the news. When I was with him, our families were together. He was always bright, alert, and there was never any question of him being on anything. I think that Michael made certain choices to cope with his reality, and some of those choices led to kind of insulated existence by necessity. You know, when he creates Neverland, it's a way for him to cope, right? To kind of block out the real world. Or when he's, you know, taking pain medication, it's a way to kind of block out all of the things that are difficult, you know, all the pain that he's struggling with, and, you know, just all the pressures that he's dealing with. But unfortunately, there are repercussions to that, you know, when you seclude yourself, when you isolate yourself, or when you know, when you make some of these choices, there's kind of inevitability in terms of, you know, further isolating yourself from maybe people that could help you, or that could at least have a more healthy relationship with.
That's warmer than this shit.
I think it's very easy to get caught up in celebrity, and you try and get your body
Man, I ain't going through all that.
or what your heart desires and what your mind.
I'm good. I know it's blowing.
On a small scale, I find that even I'm not a celebrity, but even trying to live up to the demand, I've got to get you've got to get there and look, and you've got to wake up, look like you've got to look and do what you've got to do. I remember the general manager here at Mountain Ford. It's Ford truck month, and there's never been a better time to upgrade to a new Ford truck. Get 0% APR financing with 0 down and 0 payments for 90 days, plus $1,000 truck month cash for Ford accessories. Huge discounts and no interest, it doesn't get any better. If you're in Little Elm, Prosper, Salina, or Frisco, I want to be your dealer. Shop me in stores or online at CostaFord.com. For huge savings, go with the pros and visit Costa Ford today. People always ask me how I'm taking the biggest boss. It wasn't luck, it was still always things. Especially when you're playing. Every move counts. Just like in life. You got game, you get paid. Try 5 days, pay $50, get $50. You're gonna have a 39 states. Never play yourself. Play the game.
Hey, babe, what you doing?
I'm just on the trainer pad. It's a lot of fun. You can play and wager on skill-based games with players from around the world. Oh, look, I just won another $80.
That's awesome.
When you deposit a bet 50, you get 50. Download the track app today.
The story is there. With sunlight. With meditation. Soothing sounds. And easy listening. With gaming by Stingray is your daily run. You do this to me. I can afford you.
Here's a towel. Imagine those who are in front of the camera. They look so pleased. I think it's unfair on them. I think it's sad. But I think it's a price they have to pay. Unfortunately, if they want to go down in history as people that were really iconic. And I think the bigger celebrity, the bigger the price.
The first time that actually brought to my attention was in March 2009 when I was at the Lens Hotel, and he requested that I get hold of some medication through my family contact. So I've got 6 members of my family in the medical field. And when I went into this bathroom again, that is when I was aware. for lots and lots of phlebotomies and the various different medication. In there was a lot of PS4 and Zoloft, and that made a lot of things. I assumed that it was his suite and his bathroom that they'd been here. I didn't see any name on them, but I assumed that they were his, and in light of what happened with the safety country that they were his, I never ever saw him take anything. And if I had, I would have stopped and left straight away, but I never did. I was absolutely shocked, and when I saw these things in the bathroom, I wasn't thinking, oh, he's a drug addict or anything like that. I was thinking maybe he's sick, and I wanted to know. And I kept on asking him, but what's happening? And he was like, no, everything's routine, it's all okay. And that's when I decided to take a few samples. I didn't take a whole lot, I took a few samples of the medication, and I took them home so I'd have time to think carefully and find out what they were and see. And that's what I did. And I found out that they were painkillers and antidepressants.
It's sad that we want so much from them that we kept saying more. Rather than saying, hey, no more for you, rest up, enjoy your life, enjoy bringing up your children, and enjoying the home. Rather than saying, what can Michael Jackson do? What can Michael Jackson do? I think he wrote until that age.
At the time of his death, Michael was taking an almost unbelievable daily dose of prescription drugs, including Demerol, Zoloft, Ritalin, Prozac, Xanax, Dilaudid, Vistaril, and Prilosec.
We'll never know the real reasons why Michael Jackson's taking the whole prescription medication that he was. He would have said to his friends, his family, his doctors, I need this medication, I want it, I need it, I want it, this, he was like, good, and that's what an addict does. They'll do everything to get make over choice. But as for the doctors, or the people who are close to Michael Jackson for allowing that to happen, who knows? Who knows why they were prescribing it? It certainly wasn't for Michael Jackson's well-being. Michael Jackson needed to get off those drugs, not to take those. He needed to cure into it. He needed to cure mental health. He certainly needed that sort of thing. But we'll never know what was going through the minds of those people allegedly caring and treating Michael Jackson. One can only assume that, like with so many people that have come before him, so many people afterwards, that the richer and more famous and celebrated you are, the more at risk you are of not getting the advice and support that you need, because people will give you and tell you what you want to hear rather than what you need to hear. And that's the tragedy of Michael Jackson and many others like him.
This cocktail of drugs was placing an enormous strain on Jackson's already exhausted body. But while the prescription drugs may have become habit, mounting pressures outside of the sinner's control would begin to take their toll.
Please keep an open mind and let me have my day in court. I deserve a fair trial like every other American citizen. I will be acquitted and vindicated when the truth is told.
Although Michael Jackson was cleared of all child sex abuse allegations, the years of public humiliation at the hands of the hounding press left his reputation in complete ruin.
An extremely traumatic for Michael.